John Paul, why are there so many letting agents who seem to hit a glass ceiling of around 100 to 140 managed properties and can't go any further?
Couple of reasons. I think control freaks is one of them. I think they want to be all things to all men. They want to accountants, they want to do the marketing, they want to be landlord liaison, they want to talk to the tenants, they want to do everything. And I think they're a prime example of only having enough hours in the day. Trust is another factor. I think they haven't found the right people or the staff that they can trust. People will use a couple of excuses for that. They'll say they haven't got the ability, as in the staff hasn't got the ability. Well, I'll turn that around on you and say, well, have you not taught them well?
Exactly.
Or have they not got the ability to learn from you? But either way, they are not the right person in the job, in the role. So you need to let them go and get somebody else in who can take over and can do your role. So there's quite a few reasons, but I think the main ones are mindset of yourself. You've got to learn to let go. And by the way, when you let go, people will make mistakes. And the first...
This perfectionism, I don't know what it is with letting agents, but it kind of holds them back.
Oh, massively. It does. The thing is, though, I was always told, I read somewhere years and years ago, I think it was a Harvard Business Review article, don't go for 100%, go for 90 or 95. Because the amount of effort it takes to get to, say, 95% is a lot.
Well, you'll never get to 100%.
You'll never get to 100%.
So you'll beat yourself up.
That's why exams aren't 100%. Even to become a brain surgeon or be an astronaut, you don't have to get 100% on everything all the time. You know, there is an allowance of mistakes and errors allowed.
Well, it's as my great estate agency showbiz mate Tom Pannells, great mate he is.
Good pals like that.
Yeah, you'll see the interviews. He says done is better than perfect.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with it.
But the type of person who tends to be a letting agent, because let's be honest, estate agents are really rubbish at being letting agents, because you know if you get it wrong, you're going to prison, aren't you?
Yeah.
The thing that makes them a great letting agent actually then holds them back.
It is.
Because they're not a business person and they're very technical.
It's a paradox. It is, yeah.
Wow, the letting agent paradox.
It is.
That'd be a great film.
Because if you're a good letting agent, you tend to suck at the things what business owners and entrepreneurs typically are. And if you're an entrepreneur, you suck at the things being a letting agent, as in the detail and the compliance and the legal issues and the looking after the tenants and finding out what your radiator valve's broke. Yes, I'll come out myself and I'll fix it. And a lot of people want to do either or.
Yeah.
You've got to be a mix. I mean, I started off as a landlord. I then turned into a business person. Sorry, a letting agent, and then I became a businessman. And now I'd like to think I'm a leader more than a businessman. And those are very, very distinct differences in the evolution of me as a person. A lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with this, provided you're just brutally honest with yourself and you realise...
Depends if you're happy. If you're happy...
Exactly. That's it.
If that's what you want, and you're happy bringing the 140 managed properties and you're earning, you know, probably after costs, 3 or 4 or 5 grand a month, which is, let's be honest, not bad income.
Yeah, it's not bad income.
Not bad at all.
And if that makes you taking that, what gets you up in the morning, absolutely brilliant.
Do you think most are happy though?
No. Virtually 98-99% aren't happy.
Do you think that's indicative of all self-employed people, or particularly in the lettings?
Particularly in the lettings. I don't think... I mean, I may be wrong. I can remember speaking to one person 4 or 5 years ago who told me she was happy. I don't know if I believed her or not. It wasn't up to me to say it. But
are you happy?
No, I'm never happy. I'm always wanting better. You know?
So, what can letting agents do to make themselves better?
Self-awareness. I know we spoke about self-awareness. Understand what you're good at, understand what you're bad at, and then go to the best people in those areas and get advice. Because to be the best, you've got to learn from the best. So when I was training in mixed martial arts, MMA, I went to the States and I trained with a chap called Randy Couture, who was a UFC world champion at that time. And I remember just training with him one-on-one, and he was telling us all about his diet and plyometrics and training and weightlifting and technique. And I said to him, are you not bothered about teaching me all your secrets? He said, it's no secret. Everything I've taught you, a dietitian, you can get off the internet. Wrestling techniques, kids in America taught from 4-year-old. The difference is you won't apply yourself and you won't work as hard as me. So when you're going to the best in the world, or you're going to the best at what you do, understand what you need to do and just pull up your big boy pants and get on with it. Stop making excuses and do it.
because I know you coach people, and very good friend of mine and my coach, John Cottrell, he coaches people as well. I know you guys get on like a house on fire.
We do, yeah, he's a good guy.
Do you think people should have a coach?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's almost weird to say to people you need a coach.
Who's going to hold the owner of a business accountable? And if
what about your missus?
Accountable at doing it, yeah, she'll hold me accountable at, picking the kids up, taking the wheelie bin out, all that sort of stuff.
The important stuff.
All the important stuff, you know, keeps the house running. But in terms of a business, she can't keep me accountable. And I actually don't like mixing business and my personal life, because, the worries and stresses and trials that we have in a business, I don't want to burden her with.
No.
So, she's got her own job. She works very hard. She looks after the kids as well. Mm-hmm. So she has her job.
Top class.
Yep, she is. I've got to say that in case she watches.
Yeah.
But I think everybody should have a coach. I would love to have a coach. I don't. For several.
Who coaches the coaches?
Who coaches the coaches? I haven't found anybody that I gel with enough.
Okay.
Who can offer value, or I could add value. But I really truly recommend everybody to have a coach. It's holding people accountable.
But doesn't it look a bit weird if you say you've got a coach? A bit American, isn't it?
It's only weird if you think it's weird. If you don't think it's weird, it's not weird.
True. And what kind of coaching do you give to people?
So we run a mastermind one day a month at my house, Hoop North, and we talk about KPIs, management systems, scaling your business, acquisitions. We hold them accountable, and we talk about their successes, their challenges. They've got access to me 24/7. We do Skype calls, all that sort of cool stuff. But the point is, I've been there, done it. I've made tons of mistakes. People can learn from my mistakes, but I hold them accountable. If people want somebody to come at my mastermind and they haven't done something, I'll say, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. They're there and kiss their ass. I'm not the person for you. If you want somebody to hold you accountable and be a little bit of a Rottweiler when you need it, well, I'm your man.
That's not very nice.
Life's not nice.
True.
If you want people to tell you how good you are, or you need a friend, go phone the Samaritans. Sorry.
So, again, we've probably got some details of your contact details. I'll also put some contact details of John Cottrell. He actually...
He's a very good guy, John.
He coaches quite a few of my clients who are letting and estate agents. And there's other people out there. I'd certainly recommend Ian White and Stephen Brown.
Yeah.
They're great people that you should seriously consider. And I know Chris Kiriakou does a little bit of coaching as well. There's loads of people out there that I'd seriously recommend you have a chat. And I think you've got to find the right person for you, haven't you?
Oh, without a doubt. And then, we turn down people.
Yes.
But I know people won't approach us because I'm not the right fit for them. And it's got to be a nice fit for people.
There has. I mean, someone else just come to mind, Sanjay Gandhi from Moss Mentors. He does mentoring as well. I think what you've got to do is go and meet these people, for half an hour, have a cup of coffee, take advice from your peers, and then make the final decision yourself.
Exactly. Absolutely agree with it. You don't necessarily have to like them. You've got to respect them. You've got to think that they
yeah, because mine's a black pain in the arse. I can slap him.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've got to understand that they've got to know the stuff.
Yes.
They have to, first and foremost. If they haven't been there, done that, got the T-shirt, it's very difficult to appreciate their knowledge. And what they're telling you is it right.
There you go. Some thoughts there, guys and girls. Thank you very much. Thank you, JP.